Athenian democracy did not appear overnight. In 508 BC, a reformer named Cleisthenes reorganized the political system. He broke the power of aristocratic families and divided citizens into new tribes based on geography, not bloodlines. The assembly, the ecclesia, became the heart of power. Any male citizen could speak. Any citizen could vote. Around 6,000 men could gather on the Phoenix Hill to decide laws, war, taxation, and foreign policy. Public officials were often chosen by lot, essentially random selection, to prevent corruption and elite dominance. It was radical, but it was also limited. Women, slaves, and foreigners were excluded. Out of a population of roughly 250,000, only about 30,000 to 40,000 were full citizens. Still, for its time, it was revolutionary. Athens had replaced kings with collective rule. Then came the Persian Wars. In 490 BC at Marathon, and again in 480 BC at Salamis, Athens played a decisive role in defeating the Persian Empire, the largest empire the world had known. Victory transformed Athens. It built the Delian League, an alliance of Greek city-states meant to defend against Persia. But over time, alliance turned into empire. Member states were forced to pay tribute. Rebellions were crushed. The Athenian navy dominated the Aegean Sea. Tribute funded massive buildings projects, including the Parthenon. Under Pericles, Athens entered its golden age. Philosophy flourished. Drama thrived. Art and architecture defined an era. Democracy appeared unstoppable. But success created overconfidence, and overconfidence led to ambition. In 431 BC, war broke out between Athens and Sparta. The Peloponnesian War would last nearly 30 years. Sparta was militaristic, disciplined, oligarchic. Athens was naval, wealthy, democratic. At first, Athens relied on its fleet and defensive strategy. But democracy meant constant public debate and shifting public opinion. As the war dragged on, charismatic politicians known as demagogues gained influence. They appealed to emotion, not strategy. One catastrophic example was the Sicilian expedition in 415 BC. Athens launched a massive invasion of Sicily, hoping to expand its power. The assembly approved it. The result was disaster. Thousands of soldiers were killed or captured. The fleet was destroyed. It was one of the greatest military catastrophes in Greek history, and the people had voted for it. As defeats mounted, fear spread through Athens. In 411 BC, an oligarchic coup temporarily overthrew democracy. A smaller elite group seized control. Democracy was restored within a year, but instability remained. Leaders were prosecuted and executed for military failures. Public trials became political weapons. Decisions grew reactive and short-term. The same system that empowered citizens now amplified panic. In 406 BC, after a naval victory at Arginusae, several Athenian generals were executed for failing to rescue survivors during a storm. The assembly later regretted the decision, but it was too late. Democracy had begun punishing its own competence. In 404 BC, Sparta finally defeated Athens. The city surrendered. Its walls were torn down, its fleet was reduced, its empire collapsed. Sparta installed the 30 tyrants, an oligarchic regime backed by Spartan power. Though democracy would be restored again within a year, Athens never regained its former dominance. Its golden age was over. The experiment had survived, but it was weakened, scarred, and humbled. Athens did not fall because democracy was weak. It fell because democracy magnified human flaws. ambition, fear, anger, pride. The same system that gave power to the people also made the people responsible for their mistakes. Athens proved something that still echoes through history. Self-rule is powerful, but it is never safe from those who wield it.
And yet, even the greatest experiment in freedom could not escape time. Macedon would rise. Under Philip II of Macedon, and later his son, Alexander the Great, the Greek world would not be united by democracy, but by conquest. Athens was no longer the master of its own destiny, and yet, its ideas refused to die. Long after its walls fell, long after its navy burned, the voice of Athens still speaks, and in many ways we are still listening.